Here's a complete guide to unlocking your first pull-up and beyond. Beginners who do inverted rows progress faster at pull-ups than those who don't. First of all, with your posture, we want to squeeze our abs as well as our glutes, that nice plank posture throughout. Next up, with your elbows, flared like that, it's still a row, but that's targeting more of the rear delts. To get the benefits in your back, such as your lats, you want to tuck the elbows into the sides. With range of motion, trying to pull back as far as you can. Every rep is great. As you get tired, you're going to only reach the sides, and then to fully exhaust your muscles, do some stretched partials. Just a few reps to completely take yourself towards failure. To get the most from your inverted rows, I want you to stretch and squeeze your shoulders, retracting and protracting as you row. Coming in, squeezing, spreading. This stretches the muscles in your back, gets a really good contraction at the top, and it gives you the best of both muscle and strength. What's unique about the rings is the rotational capacity. You can do a pronated grip, you can do a supinated grip, but best of all, you can do a neutral grip because this targets different muscles in your forearm as well as the middle bicep. Beginners should start with the incline row because this reduces your body weight. As you get stronger, walk your feet further towards horizontal. This increases the challenge going through your back. Eventually working your way towards horizontal with the knees bent at 90 degrees is a great progression. This gives you a lot of stability, gives you a nice rigid torso, and it increases the difficulty going through your back. You're looking pretty strong there, so we're going to make this harder by elevating your feet, body at horizontal. And just a tip here, if you're training by yourself, putting a weight plate or a dumbbell here gives you some more stability so you're not sliding around. Or if you've got a training partner, a nice foot and some encouragement goes a long way. Three main benefits of inverted rows. It's one of the best ways to improve your pull-up. Greatest exercise for that. It actually is an awesome way to strengthen your lats thanks to that tucked elbow grip. And it's surprisingly good for biceps. After a high rep set of these, you'll get a massive pump in those arms.
What rep range should we be aiming for each of the progressions?
I'd be going for one that challenges you for around 10 to 15 reps.
Yeah.
This is the sweet spot of difficulty where you're getting a good mix of muscle and strength, and it's enough of a difficulty to challenge you where you can do enough volume.
Yeah, and then work through those progressions.
100%. So if you start at incline, it's too easy, 15 reps. You work your way towards horizontal, rinse and repeat.
Yeah, awesome.
One of the best exercises for beginners is the scap pull. To do this one, you keep your elbows locked straight and you want to do an active hang. You're trying to retract and depress the scapula. For some of you, you might find it helpful to lift the chest and arch the back. This will create a greater connection in the mid-back and rotator cuff. This one's fantastic as a primer before your pull-up workout. What's really powerful for pull-up progress is training in reverse. Eccentrics are the way that you get stronger at your pull-ups. Now to do this, you want to jump to the top and lower down slowly with control through the full range of motion. It should take you around 6-ish seconds to complete a rep. The reason why we do this is because we're building strength in reverse. We're training the exact same movement and the same muscles. Now, for those of you that can't do one rep on the pull-up, this is a game changer because it allows you to do reps, build volume, practice the movement, and eventually you'll unlock the pull-up. Hanging is one of the easiest ways to improve your pull-up. You see, the grip and forearms serve as a link to the shoulders and also the back. I can't tell you how many beginners can't hold on a bar for more than 15 seconds, and they wonder why they can't do one rep on the pull-up. So just by doing sets of 30 to 60 seconds of hanging, the grip and forearms won't be a weak link, and you'll be surprised how your pull-up performance is no longer bottlenecked. Now, you should be trying to do this with your body weight, but if you're a beginner and this is too hard, you can always do feet-assisted hangs to build up your strength. One of the most helpful pull-up exercises for beginners is the band-assisted version. This reduces your body weight, so it allows you to do sets of 3 to 6 reps. Now, Matt is doing a perfect job of showing correct technique. You can see he's pausing at the top, pausing at the bottom, so that his muscles are doing all the work. It's important that you choose a band that does challenge you. If it's too easy, you're flying up for 20 reps, you won't get anything out of that. If you can only do one rep and you're struggling, that's pointless too. Don't be afraid of using bands. This is what every beginner has to use to make progress on their journey. It's important that we choose the correct exercise for our level, even if it humbles us. Yes, we need assistance, but eventually you won't need that band.
So now that I can actually do a pull-up, should I be using just the normal pull-up grip? Can I use like underhand? Is there any other alternatives I can choose?
In terms of progressions, the easiest one to do is chin up. So supination uses more of the biceps.
Yep.
Next up is actually the neutral grip on, say, rings.
Yep.
Once again, this uses more of the arms. And then the final one is the pull-up, because it uses a lot of back and not really much biceps.
Pull-up's the hardest.
Yep.
Yeah.
With pull-ups, there's 3 main benefits. You're going to increase muscle mass in the back, biceps, and shoulders. You'll also increase your vertical pulling strength for things like muscle ups later on. And the pull-up is just fun because there's so many variations to keep you challenged for life. Your next step is the pronated overhand pull-up. We've got 3 variations to play with: shoulder, wide, and narrow. A shoulder width grip should be mastered first by most people. The technique allows our elbows to track forwards, pulling in the sagittal plane. The shoulder width pulling technique has a high transfer to calisthenics strength skills. The wide grip pull-up is a great variation to progress with. This setup requires a strong back contraction to initiate the pull. This variation stresses our pulling muscles in the frontal plane of motion because the elbows flare outwards. Some people say wide grip is useful for back size because we're pulling in line with our lat muscle fibers. The close grip challenges a different aspect of our pull-up. The lockout phase with the chin above the bar is seriously demanding. Our movement is constrained. We're unable to cheat at the shoulder by flaring our elbows, which makes these tough. In terms of range of motion for your pull-ups, you want to clear the bar vertically with the chin as well as horizontally, and full range is extending the elbows. That's all we need in our book. When it comes to the scapula with the pull-ups, I want you to keep it really simple. Just do a pull-up. Everything here is going to happen automatically. So as Matt does a pull-up, you can see that the scapula is engaged. He comes up all the way down to that elbow straight position, and he resets up into the next rep. In terms of grip width, we don't want to be super wide or super narrow. This makes the exercise harder than it needs to be, and it changes the movement and muscles involved. Just keep your hands around shoulder width apart. This is most comfortable and strong for most beginners.
In terms of my core, am I trying to isolate certain areas or engage certain things? What am I trying to do?
Just keep it natural. People overthink this with trying to arch or hollow excessively. Awesome, you're looking strong because it's natural. Lastly, when it comes to leg position, what I don't recommend is crossing the legs. This creates a really disconnected core through the kinetic chain and it just doesn't feel good. If you have to bend your knees, keep the knees together, squeeze the adductors. That's fantastic. What's also cool is having the legs straight.
So in terms of like total reps that I can do, what should I be aiming for per set?
10 reps, full range of motion is an awesome beginner goal. This is going to build good muscle mass and strengthen your back, and it serves you well for weighted calisthenics later on.
Awesome.